Hello everyone, it's Jebro. We're here with Engineer. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We've got some changes for the Engineer class coming up with some weapons, trait changes and whatnot as well. It really does make a difference if you like, comment, and subscribe to, well, like and comment, you know, defeat the algorithm. Do all the things. Check the Patreon as well. I've just graduated recently. I've still got a quarter left of school. We're doing the mental health counselling thing. And I hope you're good and safe and well. Yes, I'm not going to really talk about the patch notes because... other than Engineer, because people are going absolutely loopy about it, and it's just I don't even know. It's a mess, really, in all honesty. I'm not talking about ANET, but like the way people are being treated, it's been pretty awful, in all honesty. I'm not feeling like a very proud community member right now. But hey ho, it's okay. You lot are alright, I know that. Let's go over here. People have their grievances, and I validate that, but also the way people are treating people and commenting on forums and Reddit and everything else is very scummy behavior. It's very immature, it's very childish. Anyway, I'll talk about it another time. Let's talk about these changes. If you've got the rifle and you're thinking, Jebro, I'm not sure if I'm enjoying some of the animation changes. Now, hip shot has changed to rifle burst, which is more the rifle from the warrior ability. It's got more of like an aim now, which is quite cool if you've got like the predator, because it literally looks like they're looking down the sight of the gun. So I actually don't mind that too much. I got used to it was called hip shot for a reason. You shot from the hip, so it doesn't make sense to continually have that there. The reason why that is not showing up is because I'm in combat. Fifth skill jump shot animation has changed. And it looks weird. Not gonna lie. It looks very random. I'm not sure why they changed that, but they did. I think they were like, we're doing a ton of rifle changes. Let's make this look cooler. And it just doesn't. It just looks bad. It looks really, it just looks bad. I'm sorry, it does. Especially for like the Norn, like that doesn't make sense. I made that race specific for Asura because it actually looks alright on Asura, but it doesn't look good on a Norn. It just looks very cartoony and silly. They moved net shots to skill 3 and they moved blunderbuss down to 2. And they also gave it some might as well. So let's have a look at the rest of the changes. So hip shot has been replaced with rifle burst, which is what the first skill is called now. And it delivers a quick burst of fire that pierces targets, followed by an explosive grenade. So it doesn't show you it there. We're just going to get out of combat so it can actually show us. There you go, fire an explosive grenade from your rifle, and at the moment you can see it says vulnerability +1 incoming damage. Now the reason that is because it's getting augmented through the traits. Explosions cause vulnerability. So each one of your shots you go for explosives line is going to add a stack of vulnerability as well. Pretty cool. But also explosions grant stacking ferocity when they hit, and so we carry on. The different explosions so deal increased strike damage to foes with a lower health percentage than you. Hitting an explosion heals you over a few seconds. Okay. That's a lot of sustain. So like there's tons of heal potential from this as well, and it really needs to get hit and see how much it can get healed for. But that's a build in the future, So let's have a look at that and see if we can check out just the base healing on this. What is it? 314. That's actually quite a lot, honestly. Hit me. Do damage. There you go. No. There you go. Wow. Like per hit, that's like 100 or so healing. Remember, don't forget as well that they changed the knockback on rifle as well, so it doesn't actually knock you back at all. This is my core NG build as well, by the way. Okay. There's that. So yeah, gonna be great in terms of like, getting yourself some awesomeness in the old explosive line. So, making sure that weapons match up to trait lines for engineers is actually quite important as well. Making sure that have some relevancy there, and you know, can really refine builds with the weapons on NG is important because I don't have that many. So there is that. I think that's really, really good. Let's see. They increase the damage in PvE as well of that skill. Net shot has moved and mobilization duration increased from 2 seconds to 4 in PvE only. So that would be bad if it was in PvP. So it's still... Oh god, I need to get out of combat, really. Why is it not saying that? Oh, there you go, immobilized 2 seconds. Sorry, I went to that skill because it's always there. And then Blunderbuss moved from 3rd to 2nd. Now additionally applies might to up to 5 targets within a range of 360. Might applied is 5 stacks for 8 seconds in PvE and 3 stacks for 5 seconds in PvP. World War cooldown reduced from 9 seconds to 6 seconds, PvE from 12 to 8. Nice. 12 to 8 in PvP and World Reward. Increased minimum power coefficient from 5 to... Oh wow, 0.5 to 8.87 in PvP and World Reward. So they're actually giving you more damage. The maximum range increase as well of jump shot has gone from 800 to 900. The launch blast is now an explosion as well. Okay, I didn't see that on the thingamajig. That is quite interesting. I'm not sure why it's not showing up now. That's weird. It says leap damage, vulnerability, blast the ground, damaging nearby foes and keep leaping to your target. Range increases there, finisher leap, vulnerability plus 3%. That's 3 stacks of thingamajig as well. It doesn't actually say it in there, that's interesting. The launch blast is now an explosion. Oh, it does say explosion right there. I'm being blind because I didn't have the vulnerability on there as well. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you got loads of possibilities with even more possibilities with fields, you know. That's pretty awesome. Let's have a look and see what else we've got here. Making sure that you can all see everything that's going on. Although it hasn't updated on my thingamajig, so that's unfortunate. So let's just have a quick look-see here and make sure that's getting the right window. There we go. That's very unfortunate. Doesn't seem to be capturing the window very well, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm just going to read off the things. I'm doing this live, people. You just can't, I don't know, you just can't get the stuff, you know? You really can't. Let's just see if we can actually add this window capture again. There you go. Sweet as. We're doing it live, people. I just don't have the time to not, you know? I just don't have the time. Okie dokie. So there we go. We're at utility. So throw mine, reduce number of boons removed from 3 to 2 in World v World only. Bleh. That's not that bad. Firearms, let's go. And even if you don't see it completely up there, that's okay as well. Okay, so Hematic Focus, critical chance bonus increased from 10% to 15% in PvE only. So that's not going to be changed in PvP. Pinpoint distribution, this trait has been reworked. It now grants might to allies in combat, applying 5 stacks of might with a 10-second duration on a 10-second interval. This used to be increase your condition damage to yourself and allies around you. It does not do that anymore. They are removing those kinds of traits from the game, from the trait lines, which I actually really, really like. This is still cool. But because his mechanist is the way it is right now, could be really, really, really just is a bit silly. We can stack a lot of boosts right now anyway. It's might out of anything as well. I don't know. Maybe it'll encourage just full-on core damage builds, but I don't know. It seems like an odd thing to add when we can get might through things like HGH and whatnot anyway. I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know, that doesn't work in, you know, people don't use that in power builds for like raiding and stuff. So, I mean, it's okay. Sure, why not? I guess, like, you know, it's interesting. Anyway, high caliber range threshold increased from 300 to 450, so you have an increased critical chance against foes within the range threshold, encouraging you to go for that rifle a little bit more and to be a bit more ranged and get a little bit of extra crits and more damage. No scope. Range threshold is increased. Oh, we just talked about that one. Oh no, we didn't. Range in threshold increased from 300 to 450. Fury and now applies to 5 allied targets within the range of 360. Interesting. There it is, sorry. Fury as well. So you get the choice of either Might or Fury. Critical this on foes within the range threshold. Chance to gain Fury. And as well around you though as well. That's interesting. They've given that this is really odd. There's so much here. But then again, you've got a split choice between Might and Fury. It's just interesting, the thought process as well. I'm looking forward to seeing their explanations on why they've been doing the things they're doing, because I feel like they're gonna make some big changes that might really mix things up. Also, aim assisted rocket minimum range threshold reduced from 450 to 150. Interesting. Critical hits launch a missile at your target after enough missiles have been fired. An orbital strike is called instead. Okay. Yeah, they've just increased the rate. Okay, that's cool. Nothing major there, honestly. Medical dispersion field inside of not tools, sorry, inventions as well. This trait now stores self-applied healing while in combat and expends all stored healing at 3-second interval to heal nearby allies. This trait now functions with healing over time effects such as regeneration, Big Boomer, Backpack Regenerator, and Rectifier Signet. To account for healing over time effects now activating this trait, the percentage of healing stored from each heal has been reduced from 50% to 33% in PvE, 25% to 17% in PvP, 15% to 10% in World v World. Probably because of scrap has been ridiculous. While in combat, a percentage of healing you apply to yourself is stored by your medical dispersion field. Each interval, stored healing is spent to nearby allies. Seems really complicated. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? So it's just like percentage of healing you apply to yourself is stored, and then at each interval, which is every 3 seconds, stored healing is spent. Okay. So you do 1,000 healing, 17% of that healing is used in a 3-second interval. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say about that. It's just, I guess it's cool. Like, let's have a look at what it was before. What's the history? I can't remember exactly what it's called. Been added to the game in 2015. Got loads of changes though. See if we can have a look at the change. While in combat, yeah, now it's changed. I can't actually see what it was before specifically, unless I've gone to the wrong thing. Interesting though. I mean, it gives you more. I really can't remember exactly what it is without going to check, and that would take a minute. Either way, it's a change, and it's not a ridiculous change. I need to remember exactly what it was before to give you that info. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Rifle change is awesome, really fun, other than the animation, which looks weird. Mechanist. The mech's defiance bar is now locked, so that it is no longer susceptible to control effects in PvE. It can be controlled in PvP and World v World though. So let's have a look here. Just messed up the build, realizing that I've just destroyed everything. So I'm gonna shove that back to what it was. Don't forget explosives as well over here. Anyway, of explosion line. Mech arms. Jade cannons, which is the first trait here. Now, additionally increases the mech's base critical chance from 5% to 25% in PvE, from 5 to 10% in PvE in World v World. It's if explosives is traded with aim-assisted rocket. Okay. The mech also gains the effect of that trait. What? Really? Interesting. Wow. That's interesting. Why does it not say that? Unlocks the mech command rolling smash. The wrong one here, that's why. Jade cannons, melee there. That's very interesting, isn't it? It just looks exactly the same other than with the target. My bad. I was like, what are you doing? That is truly epic, actually. Damn. I like that it's linking to other things. It really feels like you're programming this robot. I like the idea of this, but it feels strong. Okay. Let me know again what you think in the comments below. Discharge array. Which one's that? Let's just double check. That is one of the S abilities, of course, as well. Shift 1, 2, 3. Leave that there, so it's okay. Actually, let's select all of them. At least you can see them, what I'm actually talking about. Cycle energy into your mech's armor to turn into a lightning rod. Jade energy strikes nearby foes and inflicts conditions on them. Let's actually see what they changed. It's now cast instantly. Yeah, there was a weird animation there before. I'm not sure what that was about, honestly. Put that down there so you can see it. When using a mech command skill, most other mech buttons display a cooldown equal to the casting time the mech command being used to properly indicate the time remaining until they can be used. Instant F2 skills, Discharge Array and Crisis Zone, do not go on cooldown and may be used instantly while another command skill is already in progress. That's actually very good because it does feel a bit wonky at times, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, that's smooth. That's smooth, dude. I am liking that. That's very good. Okay, let's call this bad boy back. Okay, that's good. So it works a little smoother because sometimes you really had to wait until this was done before you could use Discharge Array or the other one. It's a bit annoying. Wasn't very fluid. There was no flow there. Spark Revolver, damage increased by 10% in PvE only. Rocket Fist prototype, stun duration has gone from 0.05 seconds to 1 second. So that is the fist from, where is it? Can't remember where it is on the third skill. Anyway. Just double check where it is. Launch of Fist explodes on the first target hits, damaging and stunning nearby enemies. So don't forget that stun's gone up. And it is Mech Fighter. Where's Mech Fighter? It's this one, isn't it? There you go. So your mech launches a fist that detonates on hit, dealing defiance damage to enemies. This skill is only used when you activate skill 3 on your weapon. This was just mace a while ago. Now it's weapon. So you can use your third skill on any of your weapons and it will use that. Now this trait actually makes sense. That's good. Okay, let's go back. Mech Fire. The mech's rocket punch is now triggered whenever a skill 3 is used, which is, you know what I'm saying. Rocket punch is now instant and no longer interrupts other skills the mech is performing. Good. Rocket punch is no longer stuns and instead deals defiant damage. Rocket punch. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucks, actually. Really? Interesting. Okay. I guess because you've already got it, right? Huh. That's weird. I kind of like that. Why did they do that? Anyway, I guess we'll find out why. Too much CC probably for PvP. That's pretty heavy. Core reactor shots. This mech command skill animation duration has been reduced from approximately 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. Ooh, okay. Core reactor shot, let's just double check which one that is. I'm getting the wrong one here. I keep forgetting which is which. I think it's the core reactor shot mech frame. That's the one. This one. Okay, good. Core reactor shot. There we go. I always forget that. I'm a little bit lost here with the changes. I'm a little bit like, okay. Well, you know, that's a good thing, I guess. Like, you know, animation duration has changed. Mech core Jade Dynamo, which is this skill here. Trait has been reworked and no longer causes mech attacks to sometimes include an explosion, nor does it allow the mech to inherit the effects of explosive traits. Instead, it now reduces the cooldown of mech command skills by 20% and grants quickness after a mech command skill is used. What? But why did you do that? It was good that it reacted to the explosive traits. Is that why they've changed it down to this from now onto this one? And they've made it a missile? What are you doing? You just changed a really cool thing. What? I don't get it. It's cool for, like, you know, I'm just, wait, what? I like the way that I like this. This was cool. You know, this was cool. They interacted with explosives. I was like, yeah, cool. That's really awesome. Because that skill, you know, every so often, if you had an explosive, it would set off, you know, explosive traits here. So, you know, it grants stacking ferocity. You'd get some heals sometimes. You know, it's just random little extra thing that had some. The kind of just made trait lines work with each other, and I'm a bit confused as to why that would be removed. It's just odd. Maybe because it was too specific, I guess, but still it seems really random. Okay. I'm really like hanging out for the context notes on this, because even though I'm going through these, I'm like, these are cool changes, but there is some stuff I'm not keen on here. Sky Circus. That one. Mech command skill now has improved visual effects. Instead of firing missiles only at enemies in a forward arc, it now fires missiles at enemies in a circular radius. Okay, let's try this out. Sky Circus. Okay. My brain, mate. Oh, that's pretty rad. Because that was weird before, and you can actually see like they're more like little fists now. It's quite cool actually. Like the damage is pretty decent, honestly. Okay. Superconducting signet. Vulnerability and confusion duration per hit reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay, no biggie there. So that is there you go. Interesting, and then that's it really. There's not a huge amount of changes for engineer, but I think that is part of the problem. A lot of people are upset of how Mechanist is still ridiculous in PvE. In PvP, it's kind of just average. It's not really that special. PvP, you'll probably see it go up in strength now, honestly. First skill is going to be gaining a ton more damage. So if you want to be trying out these rifle traits, you just need to go into explosives. and then go for anything explosive oriented. If you're going for grenades, you want to be taking a grenade trait as per usual. You'll probably want to take explosive temper and probably give Big Boomer a bash, but also explosions, a chance to cripple and cause bleeding on hit really as well. So your auto is doing a lot right now, honestly. Let's see how often that is, just from what I've got right here. Sorry if it sounds like I'm being quiet, it's because I am, because it's late. I'm just kind of shooting the shit with you all, you know? Just a chance. There you go. It's not that much, honestly. But honestly, like, rifle could be... You could use it as a condi weapon now. I mean, the bleeding is pretty cool as well. Is that still an AoE? Range 900. Yeah, the range is 900 as well. Look at the instant damage that does. I feel like that's done up. You could run a condi build on this. And it'd be easy. You could easily run a condi build on this for funsies. That could be pretty fun, honestly. Well, that is pretty much it, seriously. And like, I'm pretty happy. I think Engineer kind of escaped a little bit of the purge, or whatever. I don't know what. I don't think the purge is the correct statement, but just let me know what you think, peeps. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the actual notes. I know I was kind of like rambling a lot and just talking randomness, but honestly, like, I don't know. I'm not massively happy with how the community's been acting recently with all the changes, and you may disagree with me, you may agree with me. I have a lot of friends that are reading it. I'm not too chuffed with how peeps have been talked about, treated, all the things. It's made me a bit sad, honestly. But hopefully, I'm pretty sure that you are not part of that crew. And if you have feedback, then I'm sure it's respectful and awesome. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Massively appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. See you soon.